Your earliest childhood memory is a complete and total lie. Scientists discovered that your brain is actually a master at forging fake evidence. You think you remember being 3, but you're likely just hallucinating. But that was just the beginning, and what happened next is almost impossible to believe. By the end of this, you'll understand exactly why your past is a fiction. Most of us cherish these early moments like gold, but neurologically, your hardware wasn't even plugged in yet. This is where the mystery of the void begins, but the truth is even weirder. Meet the concept of infantile amnesia. Before the age of 3 or 4, your brain is a chaotic construction site. It physically cannot store long-term narrative memories, yet, you swear you remember that one birthday party. If the brain wasn't recording, where did the movie come from? The answer is family lore. Your parents told you the story so many times that your brain got lazy. It took the words and turned them into a mental image. You didn't remember the event, you remembered the photo. But what happens when the memory is dangerous? Here is the part that sounds made up. Researchers convinced people they met Bugs Bunny at Disneyland. They even remembered touching his soft ears. The problem? Bugs Bunny is a Warner Brothers character and would never be at Disney. Their brains literally invented a celebrity encounter. This is called the misinformation effect. Your brain doesn't play back a video file, it performs a theatrical play every time you think of the past. Every time you remember something, you change it. The original version is deleted forever, but it gets even more extreme than that. If you remember an event from 10 years ago, you aren't remembering the event, you are remembering the last time you remembered it. It's a copy of a copy of a copy. Eventually, the signal turns into noise. But how does this affect who you are today? The hippocampus is the librarian of your brain. In toddlers, this librarian is constantly being fired and replaced. New neurons are growing so fast they literally wipe out the old filing system. Your first memory is basically a ghost in a machine that doesn't exist. This reveals a terrifying truth about the human ego. Our entire identity is built on a foundation of shaky, fabricated stories. If your memories are fake, is your personality fake too? Scientists began to realize that our self is just a very convincing hallucination. Think of your brain like a Wikipedia page. Anyone can edit it, your friends, your trauma, even a dream you had once. You can't lock the page, every edit becomes the new truth. There is one detail nobody mentions, and it's the most important one. What I haven't told you yet is the part that makes everything worse. Your brain prefers a good story over a true one. If a fake memory makes you feel safer or smarter, your brain will choose it every time. It's a survival mechanism called narrative smoothing. This is why two siblings can remember the same childhood event in completely opposite ways. One remembers a fun day at the beach, the other remembers almost drowning. Both are 100% sure they are right, but what if neither of them is? We also have flashbulb memories, vivid snapshots of major world events. People swear they know exactly where they were during a tragedy, but studies show these are often just as wrong as childhood dreams. The emotion makes you feel certain, but certainty is a liar. Here's the part that sounds like a sci-fi movie. Scientists can now use light to write memories into the brains of mice. They made mice fear a room they had never even entered. We are reaching a point where the past can be programmed. If we can't trust our first memory, how can we trust our own witness testimony? Thousands of people have been sent to jail based on vivid memories that were later proven false by DNA. The stakes aren't just personal, they are a matter of life and death. So why does the brain do this? Why evolve to be a liar? It's because the brain isn't a historian, it's a prediction engine. Its job isn't to remember the past perfectly, its job is to help you survive the next 10 seconds. If you remember that all tigers are scary, you don't need to remember the specific tiger from 3 years ago. Your brain flattens the memory into a rule. The details are discarded to save energy. You are a collection of rules, not a collection of facts. Neuroscience shows that the same part of the brain used to remember the past is used to imagine the future. If you can't remember, you can't dream. Your fake memories are actually the fuel for your future goals, but there is a way to break the cycle. The solution isn't to trust your brain more, it's to trust it less. External records are the only way to anchor yourself. Journals, videos, and photos are the hard drives for our soft tissue minds, but even these can be misleading if we aren't careful. When you look at a childhood photo, notice if you remember the feeling or just the frame. If you can only see the scene from a distance, like a movie, it's almost certainly a reconstruction. Real memories usually have a first-person perspective. There is a strange freedom in knowing your past is a work of fiction. It means you aren't trapped by who you were. If your brain can rewrite the past, you can consciously choose how to interpret it today. You are the lead editor. Instead of fighting the glitch, we can use it. This is the secret to trauma therapy. By revisiting a memory in a safe space, you can actually change the emotional tag attached to it. You are literally hacking your own biology to find peace. So, the next time you tell a story about your childhood, remember, you're a storyteller, not a reporter. Your brain is giving you a gift, even if it's a lie. It's trying to make sense of a world that is far too complex to record. We live in the space between what happened and what we tell ourselves. That space is where our personality lives. Your first memory might be impossible, but the you it created is very real, and that is the most important realization of all. Don't be afraid of the void in your early years. It's not a sign of a broken mind, it's a sign of a brain that was too busy growing to look back. You were building the foundation for the person you are right now. The plasticity of our minds is our greatest strength. We aren't carved in stone, we are written in sand. And while the tide always comes in to wash the past away, it gives us a fresh beach to write on every single morning. The next time someone asks for your earliest memory, tell them the truth. Tell them that you don't actually know, because the most honest thing a human can say about their past is, I think it happened like this. Your brain is a liar, but it's a liar that loves you. It builds a world where you are the hero of your own story. Now that you know the secret, how will you choose to write your next chapter? The pen is finally in your hands.